Oh, there he is. Wow. Did you see that?
Wipers, pound for pound, are the hardest fighting fish that we have here at Clinton Lake.
What a battler.
There's no shortage of power. They're made to roam, they're made to feed, they're made to fight.
Just the ultimate predator right there. That's something that a person I don't think could ever get tired of. We're in northeastern Kansas here. These wipers that we're fishing for today, some anglers describe them as a Frankenstein fish in the sense that they don't occur naturally in Mother Nature. It's a hybrid between a white bass and a striped bass, and they're just a great sporting fish, a lot of fun to catch. They grow fast, they're pretty good size. You know, you can find fish up to 10 pounds here in a lot of these lakes here in Kansas.
So when we're fishing for these wipers during this midsummer period, you know, it's the dog days of summer, it's super hot, midday. We like to get out here first thing in the morning. Sunrise and sunset are always going to be your best bites. That's when they're most aggressive and up feeding early. You can always pick off a few fish here and there during the midday period, but for the most part, we want to get up early and get the sunrise bite.
There he is. There he is. Whoa.
That's the kind. That's the kind. Yep.
Wow.
And
talk about horsepower, huh?
You might want to back that drag off just a teeny tiny bit, just in case, too.
Boy, can't help but love a fish that pulls that hard, huh?
Oh, nothing like it. He hasn't even seen the boat yet, or the net.
They are so strong. Come on up. Just want to see you. They are just such a thick, strong fish. Look at that, look at that. Whoa!
Oh, they're not fans of the net.
Yeah, all right.
Wipers, pound for pound, are the hardest fighting fish that we have here at Clinton Lake. They're the closest thing that I have to compare to king salmon growing up in Milwaukee. I think the allure is definitely the fight of these fish. There's no shortage of power. They're made to roam, they're made to feed, they're made to fight. So I think that has a lot of the allure as far as why people target them so hard.
That is cool. That is cool. Talk about an unbelievable opportunity here. You get down the Mid-South, Kansas, Missouri. You know, there's so many reservoirs here where they stock these wipers. They're a hatchery fish, and they're the hottest game in town in a lot of cases, aren't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right up next to white bass. There's one.
Got him?
Yep, good one.
All right. Wow, look at the fight on that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Always want to play the drag with these guys.
I'll get out of your way.
I was going to say, we might have to play musical deck here. Oh, he came up pretty quick over here on this side.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a nice wiper.
Pushed a lot of water. Right at the boat, too.
Here, I'll come around behind you here.
She's ready for
There
you.
you go. All right.
Okay. Nice little football here. Bait fell right out. Just that 4-inch Kalen seismic shad.
Beautiful fish.
Nice.
Boy, are they strong, huh? Just the ultimate predator right there. I bet pound per pound, I would say they rival any fish as far as fight.
Oh yeah. All right, well that was fun. Pound for pound, one of the best fighting fish in Kansas. They're just so aggressive. The reaction bites are incredible and lots of pull. Great game fish.
Oh, they have horsepower, don't they? They just don't give up.
They just don't. They're green
don't
through
quit.
and through. Yep.
You gotta love them. Unbelievable fish.
Clinton Lake is a 7,000 acre impoundment in northeast Kansas. It's got 2 different river arms that flow into it. Awesome main lake fishing opportunities as far as the game fish we've got here. Walleye, hybrid striped bass, white bass, excellent crappie population, largemouth, smallmouth. It's just got everything for everybody. It's a gorgeous lake. It sees a lot of boat traffic, being one of the major Northeast Kansas impoundments within a 30-mile radius of the Kansas City metro area. So it makes it a very popular lake, but the fishing opportunities that we have here are excellent. Throttled it. Absolutely hammered it.
Put them behind you with the net here. Nice work there, Brian.
We were just marking a ton of suspended active fish, and
Feel like a good one?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hammered the Castmaster.
Boy, they do not want to wear out.
No. I just got that treble hook in it. You want to take her?
There we go. All right,
Nice.
nice. Cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. We motored around quite a bit and kind of covered some water. We hit a couple different spots, pretty clean on the bottom. Marked some fish here. We got fish below us here, so let's get back down there. But boy, we got a pile of them down there. Let's see if we can catch a few here.
All right.
All right, first fish on the spoon. Let's. I'm throwing a swim bait. Keep experimenting here and see what they want. But one more, and I'm gonna have to switch up.
So all we're pretty much doing with this Castmaster is just, we're sitting in about 19, 20 feet of water. We're just letting it sink all the way down to the bottom. Those fish are sitting on the bottom anywhere from 1 to 3 to 6 feet, depending on how active and high up they are. So I'm just popping it back to the boat, letting it sink back down, let it hit the bottom, pop it back up. And then once it gets close to the boat, I'll do a steady retrieve, just in the event that one of those fish was following it and wasn't sure. Then that way it looks like that bait's trying to get away, and that's usually when they throttle it. That's when we've been getting bit. Come off, you hit it on the way down. I was watching my line start to strip out. Whoop. There he is.
Got him?
Yep.
All right, that's cool.
This is a better fish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that drag. Isn't that something? Bring them up and down they go. Let's squeeze in here and get the net here. Want to go underneath the motor on you?
Yeah, we can. When that sun comes up, they sure like the boat shadow.
Okay.
Clear.
Whoa, she's
Come
going
around
around
this
on
side.
you? All right. Wherever she wants to go. I'll get this rod out of the way here. This is a good fish.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, look at that.
nice one.
Look at that.
Ready to take her?
Getting close. All right, nice.
All right.
The old classic Castmaster, nice
Classic.
job. Oh, you can't even see that spoon. That's a
No,
gorgeous
that's gone.
fish.
Spoon's gone.
Here. Here you go.
Switch hands here. She's hooked good.
Boy, that fish throttled you twice.
Yep. There it is. Come right out.
Gorgeous fish. These fish grow fast, don't they? All they do is eat.
All they do is eat and swim. They are just so powerful.
You know, since they are a hybrid, they're sterile, and so they don't waste any energy you know, trying to reproduce. All they
Nope.
do is just grow. And that's what's so impressive about these fish. It's just a great plug and play fish for a lot of these reservoirs. All right, nice work, bud. Get her back in the water.
She's still pretty green too. So one common question I get asked a lot with customers when I've got them out is, what is the true difference between a wiper and a white bass, and how can you tell between the two? I catch enough that pretty much, you know, white bass are more football shaped, wipers get a lot more long, but if you ask a fisheries biologist, the actual truth is in their tongue patch. Wipers have 2 tongue patches compared to white bass that have 1 tongue patch. There we go.
Good fish. Here, let me get reeled in here.
Good one too. Yeah, that's a better fish.
Feel like a good one?
Yeah, doesn't feel too bad. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't think she's woken up yet.
She doesn't know she's hooked.
Oh, there she is. Hello.
She knows she's hooked now.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Right. That's a better
Nice.
fish.
That is a great fish. Great fish. Oh, you got the hot hand working that spoon.
I'm
Show off
gonna-
your prize there, bud. Boy, how long is that fish?
Oh, 22, 23.
Boy, that's impressive.
All of 4.5, 5 pounds.
Man, cool fishing opportunity, no doubt about that. And a lot of anglers get into this. I mean, this is a popular deal in Nebraska, Kansas, parts of Missouri. I mean, really all over the Mid-South. These wipers provide some incredible fishing opportunities.
Absolutely, especially now during the summer. You know, you get a good topwater action in the morning and in the evening, but now we've got a morning window and they're feeding and chewing hard.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay.
You know, the entire temperate bass family, we look at striped bass, which, you know, historically they were an East Coast fish, that were an ocean run fish that would run up into fresh water to spawn. You look at white bass, you look at yellow bass, the entire family of fish, they're almost like sharks in the sense that they're always moving, they're always cruising, they're always looking for food. And, you know, these fish, you know, no matter how cold the water is, they don't do well in a live well. It seems like as soon as they can't cruise and swim, they're done. And so they're just like sharks. They're always on the prowl, they're always on the move, but that's what gives them so much horsepower, and that's what makes them such a great predator. Oh, there he is. Whoa. There she woke up. There she comes. These are just lightning in a bottle, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
All right. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Just a gorgeous fish. Just a top of the line predator too. I would hate to be a shad anywhere near a pack of these. Cool fish.
So the biggest thing as far as your electronics goes when you're actually trying to find these fish, you know, in these Kansas reservoirs, there are so many white bass, and you're gonna see a lot of those big schools on your electronics, and traditionally, those schools of white bass are gonna be way up high in the water column. They're always on the move, but because wipers are the bigger predator, you're gonna find them below those schools, rolling around with the big balls of shad and waiting for those to come down. So when you see a big pot of white bass, you know, those big dots on your down scan and on your 2D sonar, always be looking below them for those bigger marks, because that's where you're going to find those wipers. So I just wanted to take a second here to pause the Garmin on the down scan and show you kind of what we're talking about when it comes to the white bass being above the wipers. We've got suspended dots here on the down scan, just soft dots that are up off the bottom, and then right down below them you can see those longer, thicker marks which would indicate those wipers laying right down below those suspended fish.
Oh, there he is. Wow. Did you see that? Unbelievable. Now that was a strike. Wow. What a battler. Wow. Whoa.
Sorry, Jason.
There, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That strike was so cool. That fish was off the race like a jets.
Oh, yeah.
Fish had a jet pack on when that fish hit. Oh yeah, look there. Gorgeous fish. Just get that spoon out. Yeah, and these fish, I mean, on the depth finder, they're just streaking. They're coming up, shooting up off the bottom. You just tell, just a feeding frenzy back there. Carnivores.
Yeah, true carnivores, true predators of the lake.
Those shad have to be just running for their lives. I'd love to be able to see that underwater. Must be incredible.
When you're looking for wipers, it's just like any other fish for the most part. You know, when you find the bait, you find the fish, but it's good to find those main lake structure opportunities, you know, offshore structure. So old road beds, any humps, anything with hard bottom, those areas are going to attract a lot of the bait fish, which then those wiper will follow. They're a pelagic fish, so it does make them somewhat difficult to pinpoint sometimes because they're naturally up and suspended and on the move. But when you can target them on something like a old river channel where that bait moves in and out, you know, it's basically just a highway for those fish, that's going to be your best chance of finding those wipers. So the biggest thing with these wipers when they're in an opportunistic feeding mode is just to keep your eye out everywhere. A lot of these times, especially now during the summer with the warm water temps, their metabolism's high, they're scooting around. You're going to see those fish busting on those shad on the surface. So, you know, try and be safe about it. You know, we're surrounded by a lot of boats right now, so it's not necessary to fire up your big motor and race over there with 5 other boats, but keep an eye on your electronics too. For example, right now we've got a big school down below us. We're not seeing them up high yet, but you can watch for the seagulls as well. As soon as you start seeing seagulls in the area, that's a good indication that the bait's up. Those big fish are probably right down below them. They're hot on that Castmaster though.
Yeah, they are. Got him. Whoa. That fish hit me twice too. Look at that. Unbelievable. You know, this presentation is just more or less just casting it down, letting that spoon hit the bottom and 20 to 24 feet of water behind the boat, just slowly reeling it back towards the boat. Wow. Oh yeah, look at there. Look at that.
That's a big one, bud.
Yep. That's a thick fish. Look how wide it is. There, all right. Nice. Nice work.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Wow, what a nice
Thank you,
fish.
bud. This is incredible. See if I can get my hands in her here. That is a great fish right there. Look at that. Unbelievable. That fish hurt my wrist when it hit. That is cool.
Just so thick to the belly on that thing.
You know,
shoulders.
they're not a mark on them. I mean, they're just a perfect looking fish. Grab the pliers here. Yeah. Now there's a freshwater fish that fights, huh?
Oh yeah.
A freshwater fish that fights like a saltwater fish.
Yep.
Unbelievable. There, thank you. That was cool. I just can't get over how cool the strikes are. That's something that a person I don't think could ever get tired of.
Nope.